Hey, Coldzera, congratulations on that win against Apex. Kind of a dominant win for you guys, 2-0. How was the team doing in that game? Were you well prepared for this?
Yeah, I think we prepared really well for this match. Comparing from the previous two matches we played, I think we were kind of a little bit shaky against Cloud9 and Elimination, but against Apex we did a good preparation. I think their map pool as well is very similar than our map pool, so I think that's make it a little bit easier for us. And I don't see them in a great shape as well, so I think we had more confidence playing against them for sure.
Well, it's interesting that you say that you felt shaky against Cloud9. I mean, you put up 10 rounds against them in your second match, especially coming off that overtime win against Furia. Why do you think it was shaky?
I think like against Cloud9, we practiced overpass against them a lot during the boot camp, and we beat them hard on the overpass there. But like the way how we played against them was a little bit bad because we were forcing too much going B, 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 and was not the good answer. I think like against Cloud9, like if you push them for the back, they just be playing side, and you can execute A like without any problems against them. So I think like we felt a little bit pressure to not end A because we did a lot on practice against them. So we started to come B often, but they were playing super good on B, and I think that's why we struggle in the map.
And you've had such an interesting career over the last few years. I mean, kind of returning back to this all-Brazilian squad and kind of working with it from 0-0 Nation, now with Legacy. Can you talk to me a little bit about what it feels like to be returning to this stage with this group of guys that you have, especially some young players that are really shining through for the first time?
I think like it's kind of a little bit different, right? So I think when I joined, like my first team that I joined was like Illuminati. I play with like Fallen, Fur. They were like playing already in Europe, right? So I think when I play with the kids, like nowadays, like it's a little bit more special for me because I already conquer everything that I want to conquer in my career. So, but with them it's different, you know. Like I feel good playing with them. I want them to win as well. So I'm trying to do my best as possible. Like even in like I have 29 years now, I like probably have different priorities in my life right now. But like at the same time, I do my best to like play 10, 11, 12 hours a day. So like I'm trying my best to like make them win something, and or at least like make them like grow as a human and as a player as well. So because probably like more, I don't know, maybe 1 year and a half or 2 years, I'm gonna be out from competition, and I want them to like grow as soon as they can. Like I want them to grow like a lot to have like a great potential to win something in the future.
So you feel like kind of a father figure to these guys.
Yeah, of course, of course. I think like for them, like I'm being a father for them, helping them in everything they need, like everything inside the game, outside of the game as well. And I think they're doing a great job.
And the addition of Nekes, how has he helped change this team? I mean, obviously to excelling to the point where you're only one win away from making it to the elimination stage.
Like Nexus is he's a really chill guy, you know. Like so, I think the swap for me being like just a player that can help him outside of inside the game, doing like as a second color was good because he can control the game better than me, and as well he's like I'm too emotional as well. So if I get something bad in the game, I'm gonna be very frustrating, and that's not good when you be an IGL. So I think the change was really nice. Like he have a good mindset. He don't get tilt or he don't get mad. So if things doesn't work, doesn't work. If things works. You know, look, and we try to fix like if it doesn't work. And I think he's doing a great job as IGL. I think he's doing a really great job.
And talk to me a little bit about how the team has kind of changed. You used to be this #1 star player of the world, but you've taken more of a backseat role or more of a support role. How do you think that's helped to get this team where it is now?
I think like my entire career when I was playing the best teams, like I never asked them like, okay, I want to be the star player, right? So it was something that happened, you know. So like I was very supportive as well on SK on LG, but somehow I was like, okay, you need to win 3v1, 3v1, 3v2, you know, like I was doing like good job on that. So I never asked for this, but inside the team, same thing. Like people don't ask me like, okay, Cole, you need to be the guy who's gonna be the last one. You need to be the guy who's gonna be traded. No, you're just playing the CS, how you're supposed to play. If I need to go entry, if I need to jump for someone, I'm gonna jump. So I think like our team has a good mix, and I think right now we have like the players that we need for the positions that we need. And in the past we didn't have it. I think we were missing a lot of stuff inside the team, but now I think we fixed everything. I think we are going step by step, a little bit like we are growing a little bit step by step, like as a team and as a players as well. I think it's being really good.
Now, this is probably one of the best starts Brazil has ever had to a major. How does that feel for you, having seen the highest of highs for Brazil, then kind of in this post-COVID area, really struggling on the international level? What's it like now to see Pain and Imperial challenging to advance?
I think in CSGO was a little bit, how can I say, it was a little bit stuck. You know, like everyone knows everything, so you couldn't create anything new. And I think the game was so like the same every time. And I think in CS2, like the game change for me was like the advantage pick. So no one has the advantage pick. The one who has is who picks. So that's good, right? So operators cannot have a lot of impact. Players as well cannot have impact just holding angles. I think that's makes the games a little bit mixed. You know, like everything can happen. So the guy can kill you running, like for example. That's something that you couldn't do in CS:GO, for example. And I think the game like changed a lot. And I think this helped like Brazilian teams for sure. I think the Brazilian teams are rising their level as well. Imperial is playing very well. Pain is playing very well. I think everyone is doing a great job here. And I think what we want to see that the scenario just growing up and up and like see the Brazilian on top again. I think we're missing that a lot. And I think there are a lot of new players as well shining as well. And that's really nice to see.
And finally, the Americas now. If all of the Brazilian teams are successful, we could see the Americas RMR having 8 spots for the Shanghai Major. What does that mean, not just for South America, but for our region as a whole?
I think it's very nice. Like every time you see so many good talents in Brazil and America as well that could be in the major and show their faces and their levels as well. And sometimes they cannot because sometimes it's only 4 spots, sometimes 5 spots, 6 spots. So one team is gonna be sad, or 2 teams are gonna be sad, or 2 teams are gonna be sad. And like that's good that if everyone could qualify here and we have like 4 Brazilian teams in the next stage, everything is gonna be very helpful because like we can have a chance to have 8 spots, and I think people are gonna be very happy about that. And you're gonna see a lot of new talents as well, and a lot of new teams as well here.
All right, and final question: who are you looking forward to playing in this final do or die round? I mean, this is going to be the match that decides if you're going on to the next level.
I think like for us like doesn't matter, right? So the competition that if you want to qualify, you need to be ready against everybody. So you cannot pick your opponents and just say, okay, I want this, I want this. Like I think you just need to be prepared for everybody. Like all the games are here is very hard. Like you can see like Lean Vision, like people expect to be the lowest team in the tournament, and Bitfuria, for example, right? So like these matchups can this like kind of matchups can happen. Like if one team plays good one map, another one doesn't play good the map, and like that's create a panic. And because of the high pressure, you can throw the game. Like it's like I think everything is so like equal right now that everything can beat everything.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much.